Nini, everyone. Zavora here. Please excuse my very tired look. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I figured, fuck it, let's make a video. I woke up to use the restroom, but now, perfect time to make a video, right? Because who needs sleep? Um, so I watched a video, by Christian Kemetic. And she had seen a video by somebody who claimed to be an eclectic polytheist and a energy practitioner, and she didn't really understand what that was. She'd never really heard eclectic polytheist, and in all honesty, I really haven't either. But I think from the what she was saying, this person believes in a pantheon of deities, and this pantheon of deities exists across all cultures as different manifestations of these beings. So the creator god is always a god or goddess or whatever. And this creator entity exists in all religions. So you have Amun, and you have, no, not Zeus, he's a king, but he's not the creator. The Titans, and then you have the Native American beliefs, and all those gods and stuff that they had, all the same god, just different names that different people had for them. I think this is total horseshit, personally, because I don't think the Native Americans, and my Native American ancestors, the Blackfoot, ever stepped foot near the ocean, so I don't think that they had an ocean god. But the people in Japan certainly fucking did. My husband's people certainly did, because they're islander people. They are constantly near the ocean. So it's a little stupid in my opinion. Now, another really good example would be Set. Okay? Sutek, Seth, whatever you want to call him. He is a trickster god, right? Cool. So is Loki. Loki's a trickster god. So they must be the same, right? Both are trickster gods. No! Set is also the god of storms, and thunder, and lightning. Thunderstorms specifically. Does that make him Thor? No! So, the whole concept of there only being one pantheonic type deity that manifests in every human culture as a different deity is stupid. That ignores basic characteristics. Now, the reason why I think that a lot of these cultures and stuff had similar deities is because we as humans have, we basically live the same lives. I mean, we all want happiness, right? We all are biologically driven to reproduce children. We all seek to live a better life than the one we currently live. We live basically the same human existence. We're constantly trying to better ourselves. Most of us are working at some point, these are all things that we all experience. We all experience sadness, we all experience joy, we all experience anger and sorrow and things of that nature. So that's why I think that these deities were created. It was human influence, not them influencing us. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think eclectic polytheism is. It's stupid. Now, there are those, and I do know Loki's witch does this. There are those who like to mix pantheons. Maybe that's what they mean by eclectic polytheist. They use different gods from different pantheons, which again, in my opinion, I personally don't feel like that would be right if I was a theist. Now, I'll tell you why. If I truly believe in Sekhmet as a deity, and this entity with feelings who can be, influence based on her feelings and how I feel about her, then I would do everything in my power not to upset her. So I wouldn't be running off to Kali, being like, bring some destruction to some bitch. Simply because she'd be like, oh, am I not good enough? We have this amazing relationship, and you turn to somebody else? Offended. So, yeah, I would do everything with my power not to jeopardize my relationship with a god, right? So I would not want to mix pantheons. But, like I said, there are those out there who do mix them. Loki's witch is one of them. Loki is her god, but I think she uses a Greek goddess. I could be totally wrong on that. It's been a while since her and I have talked about that. But I do remember her saying that she does mix her pantheons. And there are some people who do that. So, I mean, like, you gotta do what works for you, right? I personally don't agree with that, but if you're a polytheist or soft polytheist, then all gods are one god anyway, right? Oh, excuse me. So it all boils down to what's right for you, what you identify with. But, you know, when you make certain claims, it's good that you fully understand them yourself and that you're able to explain yourself. So, like, when I come forward and I'm like, hey, I'm an atheist because I've never had any sort of experience that led me to believe in God. I've only had experiences that led me away from this concept of a deity. Then that's justified. I can justify my path. But when I'm just spitting out words to hear myself talk, then I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? I have no knowledge on what I believe and what I'm saying, so why listen to me? As for energy practitioner, that's just another way of saying witch, in my opinion. Because that's what a witch does. A witch is an energy manipulator. They manipulate energy to cause change to occur in conformity with their will. That's a witch, okay? I know there are some people who specifically say witchcraft refers to the European traditions, as the word witch evolved from witcha and witchy. I think I actually mispronounced them in one of my videos on witchcraft and Wicca, and I actually said Wicca and Wiki, and it's actually witcha and witchy. W-I-C-A, W-I-C-E. But that's where we get our term witch. It is a European type of word. Whereas, like, energy practitioners in Mexico would be called brujas. Energy practitioners in the Yoruba religion would be called voodoo priests, or whatever else it is that they call them, because each culture has their own word for energy practitioner. Energy practitioner would be the best way to describe medicine men and shamans and witches and brujas and every other type of magical person out there. They use energy to manipulate their world in conformity with their will. Okay? So that's what an energy practitioner is. Now, I think it's time to go back to bed. I'm definitely getting sleepier here. That's it for tonight, guys. Serate.